Olga. Having killed Igor and having buried him near Iskorsty, Drevlyans decided that they were free not to pay a tribute to Kiev, and their Prince Mal tried to take Olga in wives, and thus to take the Kiev throne. The embassy with gifts was sent to the Princess of Kiev and with the offer to get married. The son of the killed Igor, Sviatoslav, was still a child. The voivode Asmut brought him up. Management of the army was assumed by Sveneld. Having lost a husband in the country which stood only on the sword, Olga had to prove to the people and the enemies that a weak wife would sometimes equal her great husband. The boat with Drevlyansky matchmakers from the pier was carried on hands, and then by order of the princess, the boat was dumped in a huge pit and the live people were covered with earth. Olga behaved with cunning. She sent a messenger to Iskorsty with a consent to a marriage and invited the notable ambassadors. When the grandees arrived to Kiev on Slavic customs, they were prepared Russian baths, and then it was burned together with the ambassadors. Having notified Omal that she was going to him with the ambassadors, Olga arrived to Drevlyansky land and arranged the funeral feast on the husband's grave, where invited also Drevlyans. She made them dead drunk, and then Olga left, having given a sign to her warriors, and 5,000 of Drevlyans were killed and laid down round the Igor's grave. In year 946, having collected the army, Olga went to war against Drevlyans. They were punished by cunning, but not subdued yet by force. She took with herself her son. Young Sviatoslav himself began the battle. A spear thrown into the enemy by a weak hand of the adolescent fell to feet of his horse. But commanders Asmut and Sveneld encouraged their warriors by an example of the young hero, and with exclamation, "Friends, we will stand for the prince," rushed into fight. Drevlyans receded to the cities, and the whole summer defended with despair. Olga, claiming that she was already happy with revenge and refused the gifts, demanded from the Drevlyans only on 3 sparrows and 1 pigeon from each yard. The Kiev warriors tied a lit tinder with sulfur to birds and then released them. The birds came back to their nests. Iskorsty was on fire. Inhabitants escaping fell into hands of Olga's warriors. The Grand Princess, having condemned some of elders to death, others to slavery, laid a heavy tribute on others. After that cruel lesson, Olga regulated over tribute collection in the country. Having gone round the possession, she divided the land into country churchyards, having actually established a government management in the country. In 150 years, the people with appreciation remembered about this traveling of the princess, and at Nestor time the residents of Pskov kept the sledge of the prominent native Olga as a precious thing. The name of God Almighty was already known in Kiev. The Grand Princess was a pagan, but she saw solemnity of Christian ceremonies. She could talk to church pastors out of curiosity, and being endowed with an unusual mind, she was assured of sanctity of their doctrine. In year 955, Olga went to Constantinople, where she was the first of the Russian governors who accepted Christianity. The Patriarch was her mentor and the Baptist, and the Byzantine Emperor Constantine Bagriarodny became her godfather. However, Olga's christening didn't cause introduction of Christianity in Russia yet. Having resigned from public affairs, she glorified Orthodoxy and managed to construct some churches. In 969, Olga died. She forbade to mourn on herself a pagan funeral feast and was buried by the Christian priest. The son, grandsons, and the grateful people mourned her death. Due to legend, Olga was nicknamed as cunning, churches sacred, history is wise.